Hello, good morning, tutor and partners. My name is Fernando Mena Sanchez, and now I'm going to talk about these articles. This article is about the techniques in teaching listening skill by Hidayah Noor. Okay, so in this article indicate that listening skill is very important to know, to understand, or to get the point of something. That human hear is not only through a hearing process but also through a listening process. Yes, as you know, the listening process is so different as hearing process. It says that listening is a communicate behavior in which listeners tries to construct a reasonable interpretation of a text for some communicate purposes. This is the first skill and has been viewed as a primary vehicle for a language acquisition process. This important skill provides a foundation for all aspects of language and cognitive development, and it plays a lifelong role in the processes of learning and a communication essential to produce participation in this life. Years ago, a teacher study from an Islamic high school found that people listen 45% of the time they spend communicating was still widely cited. Yes. Also, it said that this study found that 30% of communicating time was spent by speaking to, 16% reading, and 9% writing. This or that finding confirmed the rankings finding that people spend 70% of their working time communicating, and those 3/4 of this time were spent by listening. Listening, they say that listening, I think that is the first step for the student when they want to understand this language. Yes, essential in English. In this case, this study also found that there are 5 kinds techniques applied in a listening class. So number one, the first one is information transfers. Number two, phrasing and translating. Number three, answering question. Number four, summarizing. Number five, filling in blanks. And number six, answering to show conversation or messages. I think that in this language, in a classroom, provide input for learners. When a student listens, I think that he can produce language such as speaking and writing, and by the vocabulary that they can obtain from the listening. Yes, so I think so about this article. Thank you so much, and bye bye.